Because the budget yang digunakan, budget 2017, is based on oil price of $45 per barrel at an exchange rate of 4 ringgit to $1. Ever since 1st January, the oil price has stayed at least about $57 per barrel. It's hovered between 56 to 58. And the exchange rate has stabilized around 4.5. So that's why I asked a specific question to Datuk Seri Najib last week. With everyone in the world, from the World Bank to IMF to Deutsche Bank to everyone in the world forecasting, and OECD as well, that the crude price is going to stabilize on average about $60 per barrel throughout 2017, there is a $15 per barrel unaccounted for extra income that was not reflected in the budget and allocation. This is going to be a windfall. So I've asked, and if you calculate this, and if you check my press release about 2 weeks ago, it's a complex way of calculating, because there are four types of production sharing contract. And, I've gone through all the data from my work in oil and gas before. But on average, as a rule of thumb, for Malaysian production sharing contract, for every barrel that you lift out, the government will take 40% straight away. So you can calculate straight away. If Malaysian production is about, I think, 560,000 barrels per day, I think lebih kurang macam itu. And then the extra income that is not reflected in the budget is $15 per barrel times 4.5. And then government takes straight away 40%. That will come to approximately 18 million ringgit per day, and it will total up to about 9 billion ringgit. I've repeated this in and out of Parliament for the last 2 weeks. In my speech, in the question, I put all this. It has not been denied at all by Prime Minister. His answer is this: the price of crude oil that will be at $60 is speculative, and therefore government will not comment on speculation. He did not deny. He did not. So it's as good. So there is a 9 billion windfall profit, which it is up to the Prime Minister to play around with, because allocation was based on a much lower crude price at 45, when the real income now is much higher. The 9 billion was conservatively calculated from 3 streams of revenue. Number 1 is royalty. Number 2 is petroleum income tax. Number 3 is Petronas dividends. Royalty is taken as you go along. So I would imagine Petronas has to pay federal government on monthly basis. Okay, and the bulk of it is actually royalty. So government gets this money, 18 million, if it takes 50% of it. So meaning that 9 or 10 million ringgit per day government gets every month, because every month it will send a bill to Petronas and say, this is government's portion of the revenue that Petronas holds in trust. Please remit the payment to us. PITA is by financial cycle, and for every block of oil, it's considered as one company and therefore one return. So it depends on the year end. So it's also a yearly process, an ongoing process. If the fiscal tax year of that particular oil block is 31st March, so it has about 6 months to pay after that, and so on and so forth. So the payment is ongoing. The only annual ones that has to wait for 1 full year is dividend. Even then, I don't think dividend is paid one off like that. So if Petronas announced dividend for last year for, say, 20 billion, is being paid staggered. But if the question is, do government has to wait till the end of the year before it gets? No, it gets this on monthly basis.